Hello, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me again today. And today our project is this card here. This is a card I made for my sister whose birthday it was quite recently. Hope she liked it. I seem to be on a bit of a rainbow theme at the minute. I can't stop making cards with rainbows, so I'm following the theme here as well. I will try and break out of it soon and do something a bit different. But for today we're still doing rainbows. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I made my card. This is a square card today, so slightly different to the card blanks that I usually use. So I have made a card blank from a piece of our thick Whisper White card, which measures 28 centimetres by 14 centimetres. I will put the metric measurements on my blog, so if you want to work in metric, just hop over and have a look at my blog. So it's 28 by 14 scored at 14, and you can see that on the front here I have stuck an embossed panel. So it measures exactly 14 by 14, so it exactly fits on the card blank. And it's embossed with our lovely seashore embossing folder. I don't know if how well you can see that. Let me get it into the view. There we go, you can see it. Really lovely sort of abstract wavy lines, really nice. And this is my new favourite embossing folder actually. I'm using this quite a lot at the moment. And what I did was to emboss a panel and stick it on the front, because otherwise the embossing compromises the stability of the card, so it doesn't really give the card blank any stability. So that's my card blank. Now, to make the birthday, we first of all need a little rainbow panel. So I'm going to start with a piece of our watercolour paper, which is just slightly bigger than the panel I need. And the way I worked out how big a panel I needed was I took our happy birthday die and just placed it down and just marked where I needed the panel to be, so that I knew that the birthday would fit on. Didn't need to worry about the happy because that's going to be cut off anyway. I just wanted the birthday. So I've got my panel and I'm going to start watercolouring. So I'm going to use our ink pads to do this. If it's one of the old ink pads, you just press in the lid and you will get some ink that you can then use. And I'm using our aqua painters today, one of our aqua painters, and I've got handy here just a bit of kitchen roll so that I can wipe the colour off. So I'm going to start in the middle of my panel and work both ways. So just pick up the colour with your aqua painter and colour a little panel of yellow, daffodil yellow. And I'd like a bit more colour than that, so I'm just going to go over it and make it slightly darker. And when I've done that bit, got a bit of fluff in there, let's get that out. Okay, I can close up my stamp pad and I can just come to my piece of kitchen roll, and this will just wipe the tip, and you can see the tip is now perfectly clean again. So I don't need to dip it in water or anything, just kitchen roll will do it. I'm then going to come in with Mango Melody, which is one of our new colours, and unfortunately, however hard I squeeze, I can't get the ink to go into the lids of these. So what I tend to do is I tend to use a small block and just pick up a little bit of ink on the block, which works perfectly acceptably, works just as well as putting the ink in the lid. And actually I think I prefer this method, to be honest. And I'm just going to come in and paint. And the thing about the aqua painters is if you don't think you've got enough water, you just give them a little squeeze and more water will come through. So just a panel like that, like so. Now you need to keep building your colours up. I'm not going to finish this on camera because otherwise my camera's going to cut off because it won't give me long to film. So I'm just going to show you the colours that I used. So obviously daffodil yellow and Mango Melody. If I put them in the right places, and then I can show you the whole spectrum of colours that I use. Now I used rather a lot, so don't feel that you need to use as many colours as this. I was just having fun using some of our new colours, and these are the colours I use. So I've got Gorgeous Grape, Pacific Point, Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime Twist, Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, Pumpkin Pie, Poppy Parade, Lovely Lipstick and Flirty Flamingo. So those are the colours. So if you use all of those colours one way or the other, you end up with a panel like this. So I've used all those colours And oh, got stuck here. Oh, sorry, I've got something stuck on my arm. Never mind, I'll do that in a minute. What are we going to do with this? What we need to do is take our die and place it there, okay, and then die cut it. And I've already got one here that I've die cut, so this will push out really easily from your panel. The dies cut really well. If you put them, you can put them through a couple of times if you're not sure that they're going to cut very well, but it does tend to pop out quite easily. And then just some tweezers I use. You could use our die brush. I've got a brush for getting little bits out, but actually with this it's not too intricate, and I can just use my tweezers to poke out any of the spare and then I need to cut off a few little pieces because I've got a few bits here that I don't need that were the leftover from the happy attached to it. So I'm just going to there we go, take some scissors and come in and trim round the D, because that had a bit of the happy stuck to it, and the H and the B. So just trim those bits off carefully because you won't need them. All those bits can go in the bin. Get rid of those. Okay, and then what I also did was I cut out 3 happy birthdays from Whisper White card, and I've layered them on top of each other. Now you can't see what I did there because I've done them already, but I'm going to show you how I did it by layering this one on top. So just take a little bit of Tombow glue, don't need too much, and if it splurges out you might want to just smooth it out with a cocktail stick or whatever, like I'm going to do in a sec, just to make sure you don't get any splodges of glue. But just get glue around most of the edges here, most of the letters, and then you can just layer the coloured birthday on top. So I'm just going to take a cocktail stick and there we go, and then this will just layer on top like so, and then you get a really nice thick die cut, and you might have to line it up very carefully while the glue, this is one of the joys of using Tombow glue, is you can line it up carefully. Just need to poke out that little panel there as well. There we go, let's get rid of that. Okay, can you see? So just push the edges together so that you don't get any too much of the white edges showing. There we go, there's my birthday, and it's nice and thick. And I can tell you what I got muddled, what I was doing at the beginning there was, if I can bring this into camera, can you see? I lost one of the birthdays when I was doing it. I can't find out where to put that so you can see it. And it's stuck to my arm, that's why I'd lost it. So it's now stuck to my cardigan. I'm going to pull that off later. So that was what I was doing at the beginning there when I went a bit quiet. Okay, so what else do we need to do? If you look at our card, we've got a little happy written to the side. I've embossed that in white onto black card. And the way I did that, I took a strip of black card, which is 5 centimeters wide. And I'm using the happy birthday greeting from Happy Birthday Gorgeous. But I have put masking tape over the birthday because all I want is the happy. And I'm going to place it on here like this. So what you do is you take your first of all, just use your embossing buddy, because you don't want lots of white specks because it will really show up on the black card. So make sure you use the embossing buddy. Take the Versamark ink and stamp, and then don't forget to take the washi tape off. And so this is going to go this way round onto here, hopefully centrally. I hope you can see that. I need to get over it to be able to do it. There we go, there's my happy. Come in with your white embossing powder like so, tip it carefully back into the pot, just give it a flick out of camera. There we go. There we go, and I'm just going to still, even though I use the embossing buddy, I've got a couple of specks there that I don't want. So I'm just going to come in with a very fine paintbrush and brush those away. So So I don't want anything to spoil this, so just those tiny flecks. Give it a bit of blow as well. Come in with my heat gun, just heat that up. Like that. I always feel this process is really magical, watching it turn white and raised and glossy. There we go, that'll do. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my card blank now. I'm going to bring in my panel and I'm going to decide whereabouts I want it. So there's my happy birthday. So I want it about there, I think. So I'm going to mark where I need to cut off that panel. There and there. It's going to overhang by a bit, but I'm going to trim them off afterwards. So just trim it so it's nearly the size you want. Like so. And then come in again with Tombow. There we go. You need quite a bit of Tombow for this because there's peaks and troughs in the embossing folder. So if you don't have enough glue, you might miss where the glue needs to go. You want it fairly central, both from the same distance up and down at the top and the bottom. There we go. Just press that down. Give that a while to stick. And then there we go. What's going to go on there? So another little bit of Tombow. Again, not too much. Sorry, I'm going off camera again. Not too much Tombow, because we don't want it all to splurge out when we've finished. And while I'm doing this, I'm just going to tell you that I'm just getting ready to send out my next newsletter, which will be sent out next week, ready for July. There's a special offer with Stampin' Up for DSP packs. I think it's, but if you buy 3 packs you get 1 free, and there's a whole range of ones that you can choose from. And what I'm also going to be doing in July is a special offer for my newsletter readers and other customers, which means that you'll get a pack from me of 6x6 retired papers. So if you're thinking about ordering, then please think about ordering with me, because you will get a free gift if you use my online shopping code, plus a pack of 6x6 retired DSP, because I need to get rid of it somehow. I've got loads of retired DSP, so I need to do something with it. So I thought, what better than to give it away to my lovely customers. So I'm just trimming off the panel there. So if you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll be sure to get all the news of that first. So you can go onto my blog and click the tab at the top that says sign up for newsletter, which would be great. Right, there we go. That's my card finished. Hope you like that little project today. Nice and easy one to make, but really effective, I think. Quite modern looking card. And I hope my sister liked it as well for her birthday. But that's it from me today. I'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go and rescue my cardigan from my birthday die. Oh, what a life. Okay. All right. I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.